So here's a picture of at the train station. Oh no, I think I see the fly on the newspaper that got swatted. Okay, chapter 6. 9 minutes later, Max emerged from the West 4th Street station and glanced at her watch. She was back on schedule. She saw some kids playing a frantic game of pickup basketball, their book bags leaning up against the chain link fence penning in the court. She wondered what that would be like, to play on the way to school. Max didn't spend much time with other children. There weren't many in her world. In a weird way, Albert Einstein was probably her best friend. As she walked along, she noticed all sorts of things that reminded her of Einstein's incredible contributions to the modern world. If only he were alive to see them. She saw a tourist couple consulting a map app on their smartphone. The app, of course, relied on GPS to pinpoint their precise location on the island of Manhattan. It bounced a signal off satellites orbiting the Earth. The app could help them find the nearest Starbucks with GPS, which worked because of Einstein's theory of relativity and something he called time dilation. Smartphones were smart because Einstein was smarter. Max glanced at her watch. She still had time to stop by Washington Square Park and see if Mr. Weinstock was interested in a quick game of speed chess. Mr. Leonard, or Lenny Weinstock, claimed to be from London, England. Max was never certain if he was telling the truth about that, or the fact that he graduated from Oxford, or that he met the Queen on several different occasions, mind you. Max just knew he was a nice old man with a very proper British accent, who always wore checkered shirts, a safari vest, and a flat cap, the kind cabbies used to wear. Mr. Weinstock also liked to play chess as much as Max did. "Ah, good morning, Maxine," he said when Max plopped down on the bench opposite him at one of the park's many outdoor chess tables. "Good morning, Mr. Weinstock. Care for a game?" "Yes, sir, if you're up to it." Oh, she has some interesting sketches. Look at the basketball game, the watch, the smartphones. All right. Of course, dear, I believe you're currently ahead in our ongoing tally of pairings. Yes, sir, slightly. In truth, Max had won far more games against Mr. Weinstock than she had lost, and the one she did lose, well, she lost on purpose. There really was no need to crush Mr. Weinstock's fighting spirit with a string of unrelenting defeats. As it was, he was just about the only regular in Washington Square Park who was willing to play against Max Einstein. Her reputation preceded her. "Blitz, bullet, or lightning?" asked Mr. Weinstock, referring to the various levels of speed chess. "Is lightning okay today?" she asked. "I don't want to be late for school." "Right you are, lightning it is." Mr. Weinstock bopped a button on top of the digital timer. Each player would have 10 seconds to ponder and make their move. "Checkmate," said Max after 5 moves. "Sorry about that, Mr. Weinstock. I'm sure you'll beat me next time when we both have time to think through our moves more carefully." Mr. Weinstock chuckled. "Yes, Max, I'm certain we'll both enjoy having more time for leisurely contemplation. Have a good day at school, dear." "Thank you, sir." Max hurried off, promising herself that the next time they played, she'd definitely let Mr. Weinstock win. Fortunately, her school was very close to Washington Square Park, because even though she was only 12, Max Einstein was already going to college, New York University. Whoa.